Here's your First Warn weather forecast first. Sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, our winds are still a little on the breezy side out there this evening, although not quite as strong as what they were yesterday. Still, we'll maintain that breeze from the west and northwest. Winds coming in 10 to 20, even up to 25 miles per hour. Now, temperatures today not quite as warm as what they were yesterday. Our numbers in the 70s up to 75 now in Rockford, 70 in Poplar Grove. We're currently at 73 in Rochelle, Janesville, and 71 degrees right now in Monroe. We've had plenty of sunshine this afternoon, although our day did start off with some cloud cover. We've got a couple of isolated thunderstorms passing through Wisconsin. Not really going to be a factor for us here as we go through this evening. And the best part about tonight, the winds will start to lighten up. Temperatures here as we go throughout this evening, dropping back through the 60s down into the low 50s for the start of tomorrow. Tomorrow looks like a pretty decent day, although we could have some thunderstorms moving into Friday. I'll time those out for you coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
The man accused in the murder of a Rockford business owner learns his fate. The verdict reached by a Winnebago County jury.
Plus, cicadas have started to emerge from the ground where these bugs can be found most in the state line.
And shaping the future of the state line, the tours connecting students with Rockford business leaders.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm David Greenberg. The man accused of killing a Rockford business owner is found not guilty of first-degree murder.
A Winnebago County jury did find Roland Brielt guilty of involuntary manslaughter. The verdict was handed down this afternoon after about 8 hours of deliberations. He was charged in the murder and the death of Dusty Boots saloon owner Joe Pendergrass. Brielt himself testified on Monday that he stabbed Pendergrass in self-defense back in 2016. Today, he was given credit for time served and was released. The widow of Joe Pendergrass says she's disappointed by the decision.
Unfortunately, it's not the verdict we were hoping for, but the reality is he's still a man that killed another person, my husband, and now he just gets to live amongst us instead of in the prison.
Our digital reporter Jim Haggerty has been following the case for us. We have his full coverage on our website, mystateline.com. A Freeport man's indicted after police say he shot and killed a man 3 years ago. Stefan Triplett has been charged with first-degree murder. Investigators say this stems from a shooting incident May 15th of 2021. On that day, Freeport officers were called to the intersection of Frank and State Street. There, police found 19-year-old Marcus Price inside a car. He'd been shot multiple times. Officers say Price was taken to a hospital where he later died. Triplett's already in the Stevenson County Jail on unrelated charges.
Freeport begins cleanup efforts after being hit hard by yesterday's storms. The city says the fire department responded to over 50 calls for service. 25 involved power lines and downed trees blocking roads. 24 were EMS related. The city asks residents haul their own debris to Timber Industries on South Walnut Avenue. Starting next Tuesday, there will be brush pickups for residents with any storm debris. A Sterling man is in the hospital after a late-night crash. A little before 11, Ogle County Sheriff's deputies were called to North Freeport Road for a single-vehicle crash. Investigators say Curtis Wade was driving his Ford F-150 when he collided with a tree in the roadway. Wade's truck then entered a ditch on the west side of the road. Authorities say he is expected to recover.
Officials from across Winnebago County update their plans in the event of a disaster. A hazard mitigation plan meeting took place at Veterans Memorial Hall. FEMA requires the county to update its plans every 5 years. That's in order to receive pre- and post-disaster funding. Organizers say this meeting's all about getting everyone on the same page.
Really, the changes are updating, like Eric said, those jurisdictions. What have they completed? What can we check off of the current plan, and what would they like to add? What kind of mitigation strategies do they think they want to add to their jurisdiction, or what projects do they have coming up in their fiscal years ahead that they would like to incorporate in this plan?
Community feedback is encouraged to let the cities know of any potential hazards. You can reach out through the Winnebago County website.
Well, after months of anticipation, that's one word to use it, for some, dread, cicadas have finally emerged in the state line.
Our Blake Dietz spent the day on the hunt for the insects. He joins us now in the studio. And Blake, you found some.
Yeah, I sure did, Mimi, but not without the help of a newly minted cicada spotter who stumbled across the hotspot on his daily walk. Rockford resident Dennis McFall was keeping an eye out for cicadas, but he didn't necessarily expect to find dozens off the side of the road in Rock Cut State Park. At Severson Dells, AmeriCorps member Jillian Neese says we'll all be seeing them in no time.
In the northern parts of Winnebago County, we have started to see a lot of cicadas emerging. You'll see them on trees or tall grasses and plants. Some people will even see them on like fence posts or the side of your house. In the more southern parts of the county, we haven't seen a lot of them emerging yet, but they probably will be within the next few days.
Neese adds that while the cicadas are harmless, their mating call might cause quite an annoyance. The millions of cicadas can get as loud as a chainsaw or motorcycle. Mimi.
All right, thanks, Blake. Governor Pritzker's plan to reform the health insurance industry cleared another hurdle at the Capitol. It passed out of committee in the Senate, clearing the way for a vote in the upper chamber. The bills would ban step therapies, where health insurance companies require cheaper treatments be tried prior to more expensive options. It also bans short-term insurance plans people can buy when they don't have coverage from work, which the Department of Insurance argues can be deceptive. Senate Republicans questioned why it's necessary during the hearing.
Either it's happening and yet we've chosen not to go after them, which is irresponsible, or it's not as bad as what it is, and it's.
Senator, the business model by its very nature is deceptive, and as long as it's legal, there's very little that the department can do.
A spokesperson for health insurance companies said they do expect this to have some impacts on rates, but they could not give an exact number for how much they'll increase because of the plan.
Business leaders get the chance to see the programs shaping the community's future. Harlem School District held several tours to show off technical programs in the region. Community members and business leaders were guided by students through Harlem High School. Visitors learned about the culinary, information technology, graphic design, and business management courses being offered to young adults. Harlem's Director of Secondary Education says the tours are a great opportunity for both students and the community.
It's a lot more than just education. We're providing our students with experiences, and really a lot of those experiences require us to be able to have our business partners come in so our students can see some of the real life applications, work with them, receive guidance, hopefully leading eventually quite possibly to a job.
Tomorrow, Rockford Public Schools will host tours of its welding, construction, hospitality, and manufacturing programs.
SNAP benefits may become more restrictive.
Up next, why some lawmakers are arguing the program is contributing to poor health.
And coming up at 6, improving literacy in the state line, the partnership between a baseball team and the United Way.
Well, we've got a comfortable Thursday ahead as temperatures are back close to 80 with plenty of sunshine. We do have a couple of storms that'll move in for Friday afternoon and evening, and then a cooler holiday weekend. A look at when those chances for storms return coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
House lawmakers are holding a hearing on nutritious foods in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Elected officials are examining if people are actually buying healthy food with benefits. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson reports.
House Republicans say since SNAP recipients eat on the government's dime, they should be limited to healthy options.
Subsidizing foods that harm health and nutrition is counterproductive to the original purpose of SNAP.
More than 40 million households receive monthly SNAP benefits, and the USDA found that soft drinks are the #1 purchase by users of SNAP. Maryland Republican Congressman Andy Harris is pushing a program that would prohibit people from buying soda and candy with SNAP.
The SNAP program is solely focused on providing calories rather than nutritious food.
Georgia Democratic Congressman Sanford Bishop opposes the idea.
The majority's proposal is, at best, a half-baked idea, and at worst, a negligent suggestion that misses the mark.
Bishop says those families already face a number of barriers when trying to buy healthier food,
including being physically disabled, as 22% of recipients were in 2020.
Some independently owned grocery store owners are against the plan proposed by House Republicans.
Choice and flexibility makes SNAP the effective program that it is today.
A group of doctors told lawmakers at a hearing about SNAP Wednesday they support limits on non-healthy foods.
To ensure that SNAP recipients have access to foods that will heal, not harm.
The next fight for lawmakers will be funding the assistance program and the upcoming Farm Bill. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson.
Well, been a bit of a windy day here across the state line.
After the break, Candace tells us when our next chances for storms are.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, it was a very summer-like afternoon yesterday as temperatures warmed into the upper 80s and low 90s. We reached our 90-degree temperature here the first time we've made it so far to 90 in Rockford, 91 in Rochelle, 90 in Sterling, Janesville, 88 in Freeport, and 88 degrees in DeKalb. It was a humid one, too, with those strong southerly winds. Now, when you look at when we typically reach that 90-degree temperature, so yesterday was our first 90-degree high on average, that usually occurs within that first week of June, right around June 5th. But when we look back to when we reached our first 70-degree day and our first 80-degree day, every single time it's been running a little above average. Not by much, but just kind of ahead of schedule. So as our temperatures kind of cool off just a bit, we've got a little more heat that'll build in, but I don't think we'll see that until maybe we get into the beginning of June. Temperatures will actually be cooling off a bit as we head into the weekend and then going into next week. Now, when you look at where we are past 24 hours, temperatures, they seem a little cooler when you look at that map, but actually we're pretty close to where we should be here for this time of year. 75 our temperature in Rockford, 71 in Poplar Grove. You're sitting at 72 in Harvard, 73 in Rochelle, Freeport, and 71 degrees. The current temperature now in Monroe. It's been a little on the windy side for most of us here this afternoon. That wind coming in for our weather watcher Bob here in Rockford too. Last hour that temperature sat at 74 degrees. We had some cloud cover out there this morning, but plenty of sunshine for us here this afternoon. A little cloud cover building up to the north, and you can actually see one of my favorite clouds, the cumulus cloud building in. Sometimes you get these little small cumulus clouds. Sometimes they grow into thunderstorm clouds, but they're really neat to see because a lot of times you can tell where the air from where it was rising condensed and then formed that cloud by looking at the base of the cloud. But from those clouds to the north of us, we've had a few isolated thunderstorms move across portions of Wisconsin. Those are really not going to be a factor for us here as we go through this evening. We may see them skim just our far northern counties in Green Rock and Walworth in southern Wisconsin, but that'll be it. Just some isolated activity across central and southern Wisconsin. Ridge of high pressure building in. When we look at our water vapor imagery, here's that storm system that passed to our east and southeast yesterday. Next low pressure system moving in. You can pick out that counterclockwise spin on our water vapor imagery moving into the Pacific Northwest. That low is going to dive across the northern plains, upper Midwest throughout the day tomorrow and then into Friday, and that's where our thunderstorm chance comes in. So as we time things out here as we go throughout the night tonight, fairly quiet, comfortable. It is going to be windy through about sunset. Once the sun does set, our winds will turn light. So a lighter wind through tonight and going into tomorrow. That's why I think tomorrow will be a pretty decent day. Wind shifting around to the southwest. We've got a few clouds for the afternoon. Temperatures are back into the upper 70s. Now, Futurecast wants to bring in some showers and thunderstorms mid to late morning on Friday. So with the high pressure system coming in tomorrow, we're pretty dry, and it may take a little while before we see that moisture return in order to help sustain what develops out to the west of us, east of the Mississippi River. So we'll hold on to some thunderstorm chances Friday morning, but I think there's a better chance with a cold front that comes in Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Now, there is a risk that some of those thunderstorms could be strong to severe, primarily with damaging winds and hail. Those would be isolated thunderstorms if we do see that, but there is enough instability to kind of build up for Friday afternoon, so something we'll keep an eye on as we go throughout that time. Out of our holiday weekend, Saturday is looking like the best day for outdoor activities because we've got rain, which could be heavy rainfall at times on Sunday, and then some scattered rain showers and cooler temperatures too as we keep the cloud cover around and a few scattered showers going into next week.
Yeah, a bit of a cool down there. Candace, thank you.
Wisconsin next with sports. It's still May, but Matt LaFleur is already raving about his Packers. You'll find out why.
And NASCAR comes down on one of its top racers following a big fight at the track.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
NFL teams are knocking the rust off this week and getting focused on a new season ahead with their off-season team workouts. This week they're all voluntary, but in Green Bay, they have almost everybody on hand for this week's activities, with Jordan Love leading the way. The guys and coaches are all anxious to pick up where they left off last season with a strong finish down the stretch of the regular season and a strong showing in the playoffs. Matt LaFleur is getting the commitment that he wants out of his guys.
You know, we've had almost 100% the entire offseason, which has been the best that we've had since I've been here. And I always think that when you look around the league, when your quarterback's there, it just naturally has a way of attracting everybody to come.
Just showing up, and the other guys will follow too. But I mean, it's a testament to everybody wanting to be here, wanting to get that work in.
Well, Pittsburgh is on the clock for the 2026 NFL Draft. The NFL announced that Pittsburgh will host the event that year. Steelers officials say most of the activity will happen outside of Acrisure Stadium. More than 775,000 people attended this year's draft in Detroit. Next year, it'll be in Green Bay. Well, that fight NASCAR driver Ricky Stenhouse got into with Kyle Busch last Sunday at North Wilkesboro is proving to be costly. Stenhouse has been fined $75,000, the largest fine ever given to a driver for fighting. Stenhouse got the brunt of the punishment for landing a punch to Busch's face. Stenhouse's father has been suspended indefinitely for also getting involved, and Stenhouse's mechanic has been suspended for 8 races. Well, this was a special day at Rockford Lutheran High School. 6 student athletes signed letters of intent with colleges and universities. Basketball player Kaylee Bankus signed with Oakton College. Baseball player Colin Courier signed with Wisconsin Whitewater. Basketball player Vontez Dent signed with Bryant Stratton. Football player Hunter Evans signed with Wisconsin Whitewater. Basketball player Hannah Morgan signed with Rock Valley College. And tennis player Benjamin Temple signed with Wisconsin Stevens Point. They're all proud to be part of this special group.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we're a 1A school, so I mean, you know, talent's kind of hard to find around here, but we definitely have people that work hard around here.
I think it's a pretty cool opportunity that all of us can come together and celebrate a big moment for all of us.
Congratulations to all these student athletes. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, it's nice things are much quieter today.
Yeah, you know, we've had still some wind out there, but at least we've got some sunshine and some dry skies for a lot of us going through the evening. And tomorrow will be absolutely gorgeous too. So looking forward to tomorrow afternoon with the sunshine. We've got a couple of thunderstorms, I think, that'll come in on Friday.
Yeah, but nothing like the ones that we saw yesterday?
No, there's a small risk we could have some stronger thunderstorms Friday afternoon and Friday evening with the cold front. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that, but not quite as extensive as what it was yesterday. We've got a couple of isolated thunderstorms up to the north in Wisconsin. Things will stay pretty quiet for us tonight, down to 53, 79 tomorrow, 82. A little humid there on Friday. 75 is, I think on Saturday, that's the day to get out for the weekend, because Sunday we've got some rain and some thunderstorms, and then some scattered showers for Monday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Candace.
World News Tonight's up, or World News Tonight's up next. We'll be back here at 6.